everybody. It's me, Bob Anderson of Bob Anderson Art, and I'm here again for another video. And this time I'm going to be putting in the old blue Ford tractor that the mother-to-be's grandfather used to have on his farm. So they gave me a photograph here of the tractor, and I'm going to start. What I did is I blocked it in, outlined it in black just so I wouldn't make a fool of myself while you guys are watching. And now I'm going to start to paint it in, okay? So it's this turquoise blue. And I noticed, I'm looking at the photograph, and I'm seeing that the tractor, I'm going to start painting in the frame of the tractor. And then I notice right here, right in front of the steering wheel, it kind of goes up like that. And then kind of comes down. And then comes down like this. Okay, so I'm going to continue just putting paint the truck the way I see it right here. And then of course I'll go back and put all the detail in. Okay, so as you can, if you can see right here, you can see into the engine and the workings of it, but it's got the casing, the tractor casing, which is turquoise blue, goes around like this. So I'm just going to fill this whole area in first and block it in. Just like this. And then I notice that it's got this bar, the underside. Okay, so now I'm going to just darken in this area because that's where all of the machine there's kind of like a bunch of parts in there, but it's black in there, so I'm going to black it out first. Just painting in the background of this inner part of the chassis that you can see into. That's got, you can see a lot of the whatever the parts of the engine are right there. I guess they're easily to reach by having them open like that if you have a breakdown. I'm guessing. I know nothing about tractors. I'm a city boy, but I always loved farms. I was amazed and thrilled to go on to a farm. I loved going into the barns and seeing all the animals and all the creatures. It was amazing. And then to go into the hen house and see all the chickens and I just thought that was amazing to go running on the farmlands and to go in the barns, in the chicken coop, you name it. I loved it. And the mother-to-be loved it too, which is why I'm painting the scene for her soon-to-be baby, soon-to-be born baby. And I'm going to kind of outline the wheels here, and they of course will get more detail, but I'm just going to kind of outline the big, huge rear wheels that have the, like, looks like studs coming out of them, traction grabbing hunks of rubber. And then this whole area is kind of dark in here with the underworkings down here. I can't really quite see what it is exactly. So I'm gonna do the best that I can. And then there's underneath this blue line of the chassis, the exterior chassis, there's also inner workings, equipment, or pieces of the tractor's engine or operating system is down here as well. So I'm going to blacken that out to give me a base upon which to add the other colors that I can see are in there and the other shapes. I actually might brown this out a little bit down here too. It could be some of it's nuts, just putting a little brown in here, reddish brown. And now I'm going to kind of put in the front tractor wheel, and the other side of the tractor wheel. And I may as well put the steering wheel in. Which pops up here from the dashboard, or whatever you call it on a tractor. That's a little thick. I'll have to thin that out a little later. Okay, now I'm going to create the sides of the tires like this. So notice that the tractor I placed right here, well, it's actually in the picture like that, but what it does is it kind of softens the hard line of the barn in the image. This hard line was not broken at all by any other objects. So what I did is just kind of do it like this in front of the barn, so it breaks up this line. And of course, all the detail will be added onto this. And now we're going to do this front rubber tire here, and this other one. Now, what I notice is it's kind of like a rusted inner metal hubcap, or whatever you call it. So I'm going to throw a background color in on that. Okay. Am I grunting and groaning again? You know, these mics pick up every sound. It's hard. If I have to grunt and groan because I'm going up and down, the mic picks it up. Okay. Now I'm going to do the giant, it's kind of hidden behind him, the huge hubcap, or whatever you call it, of the rear wheels. There we go. Now I can start putting in a little detail on the blue here. Okay. So there's like a, oops. There's like a little ridge on the hood here. And notice it's a little dark thing here, and it kind of creates like a shadow line that runs across the top of the hood of the tractor. Okay. And now I'm going to redo this thin line here. Oops. There we go. This continues over. This is the grill on the front. It's kind of like a gray. So I'm gonna base it out in a lighter gray, and then I'm gonna put lines of darker gray on top. Okay. Now this area seems to be, it's not really quite black. It's kind of like I don't know what, it's like grayish, almost a little bluish down under here, underneath the seat. Okay. So we have a golden part right here showing through the innards of the engine. So I'm just going to put that in. And then there's like a pipe. It looks like a rusted pipe. Running in here. There we go. And there's like that golden kind of looks rusty too. This piece right here. So I'm putting that in. It's more horizontal to the ground. Okay, and there's some rusted parts here, looks like. that connects into a blue cylinder, it looks like here. And it looks like there's a lighter blue vertical pipe coming down from here. And this is lighter as well. And then it's like there's a couple dark brown pipes in here, and a little thing here. So basically what I'm doing is I'm reproducing what this area looks like right from the photograph as best that I can. And if I don't get it right the first time, I go back and I rework it. Widening that a little bit because I think I made it too small. Now this right here, I don't know what this is. It's like, it must be a shield from the wheel on the other side, shielding the person who sits in the driver's seat. This must shield them from getting bumped by the actual tires. And there's one on this side too, right here. Which goes up high, protecting the driver, I'm assuming. And this needs to go up a little higher. There, so this is the back one and this is the front. Oops. The front one, to be delineated at a later time. Okay, so looking at this, looking at these rusted hubcaps, it's like they're a little golden. There's a little bit of orange in there, which is the rust. Whoops. And then there's a seat, the tractor seat. Seems to be right in here. Okay. So, for time's sake, I am now going to put more detail on, and I'll come back and show you how it turned out, okay? See you in the next video.